College of St. Bede, we are bringing some focus to Faithworks. Faithworks is the outreach arm of the Anglican Diocese of Toronto. The goal of Faithworks is to really bring hope and compassion to communities by providing services to people in need. One such organization that Faithworks supports is the DAM. It is a youth outreach organization which provides really a venue for young adults to come together, connect and engage, and spend their time productively. And over the course of time, these young adults learn to work in teams, work together, and even build some leadership skills. Carol Reist is the director of the program, and she joins me today to talk us through the work that the DAM is doing, especially during this time of COVID-19. So Carol, welcome to the program, and thank you for joining us. Can you start by telling me a little bit about the particular challenges that youth face during this unprecedented time, and how you are sort of pivoting your work towards that at the DAM?
If we were to actually ask the teenagers how they were doing, the first thing they would say is they're bored. And if you have teenagers in your life, that's what they're going to say, I'm bored. The next thing that we realize is that they're just online all the time. And if I talk to parents, they'd say, is it too much? They're on their screens nonstop. And so when you think about teenagers being on their screens all day long, every day, without getting to see any of their friends, we begin to understand just a little bit, maybe, of how exhausting that can be. And for our young people, they've lost out on so much. They've lost out on getting to see friends at school. They've lost out on milestones. They've lost out on those things and experiences that are so crucial to the development. They've lost out on the face-to-face communications. And so the challenges that they face is a lot about the mental health. It's a lot about what if I live in a house where I'm not really even valued or liked or even think that I'm loved? For those teenagers that we know aren't getting that, even during this time, that are not getting family time, then how much more we at the DAM realize we need to be there in this online world. And so we're rapidly learning what works, what doesn't work. How do you just waste time together online playing video games alongside? We've learned Instagram is the best place to have our ongoing conversations, live chats, drop-ins, Zoom calls with art programs. There's kind of like real creativity needed every week. And that's what we're doing, is how do we still connect and mentor and provide the basic needs for our youth that need the groceries, and then just that emotional, social connection of we're here for you, you're not alone, and we're going to be in this together.
Yeah, that's good. And do you see many youth taking up on that offer and joining your programs and coming together in a productive way?
Definitely. And if this was the time when we were in the schools, we'd be working with hundreds of teenagers in a day. And whereas now we probably have a core group of about 125 youth that we're connecting with in depth. And then we just hope that all those Instagram posts, all that social media and the YouTube videos that we're putting out is reaching all those youth that maybe aren't in mentoring conversations with us, but hopefully are getting the social media messages that they aren't alone during this time.
That's great. Thanks for doing that, Carol. I understand you're supported by Faithworks. Can you tell me how Faithworks helps you do the work that you're doing?
Faithworks has been amazing, and you think the DAM is celebrating 25 years this year, and that's about the same age of Faithworks. And so right from the beginning, Faithworks has been invested in the long-term aspects. And working alongside teenagers, it's not a quick fix. It's not just hand over a bowl of soup and we know that everything's okay, but it's that long-term relational model. And that's what Faithworks is. Faithworks has given every year to ensure that we're available for the community youth in our neighborhoods in Mississauga.
So Carol, what are your biggest needs at this time?
The biggest needs, I think, are actually hidden, which is an odd thing to say. Yet, as we are all still in many ways in our isolation and not out, there's many things that we don't know is happening in our households. We do know that there is going to be an increase as people are coming out, revealing what's going on in their lives. And that's where we know our staff team are going to, and our volunteers are going to have to step up to be available, to be able to interact and work through some of the trauma that's been caused during this time. And so our biggest need is always going to be our funding to pay for trained people that can journey through the really tough stuff that young people are facing today.
Well, thanks for joining us today, Carol. This has been really insightful, and I'm sure our congregation members will really benefit from getting a glimpse into the work that you're doing. So thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for just the opportunity to share and for what your congregation is doing for the ministry of Faithworks.
Thank you.